Last night, we exclusively revealed the Albanese government has rejected 3 high-level requests from Ukraine to help fight Russian cyber warfare. The under-siege Ukrainian government has sent 3 separate requests to Anthony Albanese's senior ministers asking for funding to help the Russian cyber attacks. Ukraine's ambassador last night confirmed this on my program as well. Claire O'Neill was asked about our story at the Press Club today.
Australia provided assistance to Ukrainian government early on in the war last year with cyber security assistance. There's been reports this week that the government has knocked back several requests from Ukraine for further assistance. Can you just explain what the situation is, and are we open to providing further assistance?
Yeah, thanks, Andrew. So can't get into the detail on those, but I can say we're open to discussions with Ukraine about how we can help them, and we do consider proposals from time to time. Thanks.
So she said they're open, but the rejection letter, as I revealed last night, we showed the correspondence last night, it was a firm rejection letter from the government. Now, joining me now is a cybersecurity expert who's on the front line in Ukraine helping to fight Russian warfare, Internet 2.0 co-founder Robert Potter, live from Kiev in Ukraine. Robert, thanks so much for joining me. Firstly, why does Ukraine need cyber security assistance from Australia? Why is this such an important issue?
Well, cybersecurity is hugely important to Ukraine on a range of issues. So everything from using cyber intelligence to investigate ongoing Russian war crimes in the country, all through to protecting Ukraine's critical infrastructure and financial institutions. Ukraine has been subject to the world's first cyber war, and Australia has a lot of capability, as do a lot of advanced economies like Australia, the United States and Canada, who have a lot of capabilities that the Ukrainians could really use during this situation. And it's also not just a one-way street. So Ukraine is subject to a huge amount of cyber attacks by Russia, which means they learn very quickly and they get access to samples of malware, viruses and things like that, which they can then share with their international partners. They've also got a huge amount of experience in fortifying their critical infrastructure against cyber attacks. So it's a two-way street, and there's a lot that we can learn from the Ukrainians as well.
Has cyber attacks here on Russia's part been part of their tactics in their invasion of Ukraine? And have they used cyber intelligence or cyber attacks to actually help direct their missile strikes?
Yes, that's definitely been the case. So a lot of the activity around power plants is used by Russia as part of their targeting operations. Now, the Ukrainians have done a lot through the assistance of their international partners to lock down a lot of that cyber intelligence so that it's much, much harder for the Russians to target their weapons. There's also a huge amount of investigative work that's going to need to be done for probably the next generation of cyber researchers helping the Ukrainians to prosecute something in the order of like 70,000 war crimes cases that we're currently assisting them to investigate.
70,000? 70,000 war crimes cases?
That's right. So there's more than 70,000 cases that the Ukrainians are currently investigating that my team are helping them with, providing cyber intelligence platforms, training and assistance, as well as access to legal advice. We're doing a lot of that in partnership with the Ukrainian government. Just this morning, I signed a partnership with the Ukrainian Ministry of Defence to help them fortify their critical infrastructure. But a country of 40 million people, 70,000 war crimes cases, and we're only a year into this war.
Yeah.
So there's just so much paperwork to go through and so much assistance that Ukraine's going to need to prosecute probably the biggest war crimes investigation since Nuremberg.
Yeah, it absolutely will be. Robert Potter, thank you very much for joining me live from Kiev, Ukraine, cybersecurity expert and co-founder of Internet 2.0.